the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out alone. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Yeah. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. Take him by the hand. Make him understand. The world on you depends. Our life will never end. Gotta love your man. Yeah.
It's November the 19th. While Gaza City is being split in half and stormed by the so-called Forces of Light, the Israeli Defense Forces, the Houthis, also known as Ansar Allah, have seized a British-owned and Japanese-operated cargo ship in the southern Red Sea, possibly creating new consequences for international maritime security. The Israeli Defense Forces calling it a very grave incident on a global level. The Houthis, in solidarity with Palestine, have started to target and bomb Israel and declared to enter any ship passing through the Red Sea that have ties with the Zionist State of Israel. Entering the Galaxy Leader. This is a ship that left Turkey on its way to India with an international civilian crew, without Israeli crew members on board. The captured vessel is not an Israeli ship, the IDF said in a statement. So guys, what's happening here? Within the flower power we notice the symbology of ships, referring to energy worlds like the White Star Line sisters of Titanic, Britannic and the Olympic, forming a holy trinity to have energy entering this dimension through a flower. A trinity is needed to represent a toroid field, the construct to move from one dimension or from one world to another, symbolic represented by the ship. Going to the black and white storm event, we notice the forces of darkness, as Netanyahu likes to call them, the Houthis, allies of Hamas, entering a ship called the Galaxy Leader on the middle of the Red Sea. When we look into the Galaxy Leader, we find it's a British-owned and Japanese-operated cargo ship. According to the London Stock Exchange, Galaxy Leader belongs to a company registered under the name Ray Car Carriers, with headquarters on the island of Man. The company is part of Ray Shipping, in which the latter is registered in Tel Aviv. Is where we find the link with Israel. The Galaxy Leader. Within upcoming work, we will see the toroid being reflected in the dome from micro to macro, and where a galaxy holds the construct of the toroid. So the galaxy leader would represent a torus or energy world that's being towed in by the dark forces, which event has been ignited by the black Saturn day, the black cube aka the black hole. It's symbology for an energy world being dragged into a black hole and find its way through its black its white, the up is down pathway of the torus, towards this dimension.
Now moving on, Israel-owned cargo ship the MV Helios Ray is now back at sea after suffering a suspected Iranian attack. Last week, the vessel was hit by mysterious explosions where 2 holes were punched in the ship's port side and 2 more on its starboard side.
Yeah, it's not the first time that vessels owned by Ray Shipping have been targeted while transiting the Middle East Gulf and the Red Sea region. The forces of darkness attacked 2 Ray Shipping-owned vessels, firing a missile at the Hyperion Ray on April 13, 2021, and was said to be responsible for an explosion to the Helios Ray on February 25 earlier that year. Ray Carrier Shipping. Ray referring to a beam of light. Light emitted in a given direction from a luminous body. From Old French ray, of the sun, a spoke of a wheel. From Latin radius, a ray, spoke, a staff or a rod.
Now moving on, Israel-owned cargo ship the MV Helios Ray. Now moving on, Israel-owned.
An Israel-owned cargo ship. The beneficial owners of Raycar Shipping and so of the Galaxy Leader are Abram Rami and Yael Ungar. Abram Rami Ungar, one of the richest Israelis and supposed to be tied to the Mossad. According to Lloyd's List Intelligence, the company is one of the world's largest providers of car carrier tonnage and is registered in Tel Aviv. This mechanism to have the world believe that it's not an Israeli ship is the fuel for the upside-down mirror construct. This belief would justify the labeling of Houthis as dark or black, while in fact Houthis, like Hamas, serve light, the white. Remember, both black and white serve the parasite Taurus and enabling an upside-down world to manifest itself through this projection system. Yeah, trying to remember where it all began. With the end is the beginning, we focus our attention to the Ray Shipping's headquarters, the Island of Man. The Island of Man is a self-governing British Crown dependency in the Irish Sea between Great Britain and Ireland. As head of state, Charles III,
We can't go on.
yeah, this guy, holds the title Lord of Man and is represented on the island by a lieutenant governor. Looking at its flag and coat of arms, we recognize the Trinity symbol, the Triskele, referring to the Triskelion, the triple spiral exhibiting rotational symmetry of order patterns and triplicate that emanate from a common center, a center like within the flower power. The present coat of arms was granted by King Charles III, Lord of Man, on 10 September 2022. Its supporters in the coat of arms are familiar: a peregrine falcon referring to Horus, and the proper and sinister, the raven, referring to the beacon or waypoint for this energy world to find this dimension. The Latin motto of the Triskele is
Quocumque gesseris stabet, meaning whithersoever you throw it. it will stand, or, whichever way you throw, it will stand. This refers to the theoretical aerodynamical properties of the Triskele, which will supposedly always have a foot to land on whichever way it.
If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Yeah.
When you dive into the so-called history and etymology of the island of Man, especially the word man, you find a deep-rooted meaning of Middle English mannen, from Old English manian, to furnish, afford a ship with a company of men, from man, the meaning take up a designated position on a ship. From Greek mane, the hand, Latin manus, the hand, strength, power over, with armed force, handwriting, mandare, to order, commit to one's charge, literally to give into one's hand, Old Norse mund, the hand, from manu, ablative of manus, the power of a master, literally the power of the hand.
The goddess was the great star, radiating its comet-like hair in all directions, the celestial prototype of the beautiful princess. She was the glory of heaven, the animating flame giving life to the ancient sun god. Her place was squarely in the center of the sun. This produced the great wheel of the sun, with the goddess as the nave and the hero as the axle.
Zephyr in the sky at night, I wonder, do my tears of morning sink beneath the song?
As the configuration evolved, the comet-like streams gathered into three rays, remembered as the triform or threefold goddess.
She's got herself a universe gone quickly, for the call of thunder threatens everyone.
She got herself a universe gone quickly, for the call of thunder threatens everyone. The Trinity Goddess, with the power of the hand, in which light is reaching Earth through a portal. We see the resemblance of the 5-point star Venus, the Baphomet, and the so-called Hand of God, in which its 5 fingers form the Baphomet portal. Remember, the portal is in shape created by the planet Venus in the night sky, created by 13 rotations within an 8-year phi ratio time-lapse. The Trinity Goddess and the Triskele symbol can also be seen within the flag of Sicily, in which from its center the emanation of light by Medusa is shining into this world through its all yellow, and the redshift plasma storm, creating the orange is the new black.
Threatens everyone.
Into
They are showing us the symbology of an empty ship, no cargo, arriving through the 5-point star portal and being towed to a harbor within a world where darkness is called light. Let's rewind back to the bridge. So we have an empty ship called the Galaxy Leader, which headquarters location is owned by the Lord of Man, and the ship's company, Ray Shipping, referring to a beam of light, for which its origins is connected through a black hole in Tel Aviv.
This man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Yeah.
What does God tell you?
The mountains?
Like we've seen in the mountain and river videos, the light is being transferred through the mountain, with the latter referring to the depths of an energy body, the root chakra, and its heights, the crown chakra, or within an energy world like the solar system. The mountain would be the depths of Earth and the heights of Pluto. A pathway connected between the depths and heights would be a stairway between spheres or planets, aka the Rainbow Bridge connecting two worlds through the mountain pass. Let's see who is holding the rudder of this ship. A guy signing us the message of the Grand Saturn, coded with the cyan and magenta, creating a violet and purple coloring. Symbology for the mountain, for which a ship called the Galaxy Leader is reaching this dimension through a reversal.
The mountains? Why? Why don't we take that route?
The Grand Teton is the highest mountain in Grand Teton National Park in northwest Wyoming, and a classic destination in American mountaineering, so climbing or descending a mountain. The Grand Teton is entirely within the Snake River drainage basin, which it feeds by several local creeks and glaciers. So a mountain that is connected within the Snake River. So the Galaxy Leader holds an energy world that is descending or climbing along a mountain through which a snake river flows. Brings us to the archetype and all the stories written in the stars of the snake bearer, Ophiuchus, also known as the 13th zodiac sign, the one that is hidden in the clock. Like we've seen within previous work, the number 13 keeps going up and down within every second brings me here. With every second of this clock system, someone is being brought here, into the mirror world. Let's check that clock again. One of you guys commented that this system generates the number 13. All hands of the clock make 13, generating a force that extracts and contracts energy within time, in which the latter seems to be the strongest and most destructive force in the universe. So, with one field going clockwise and the other counterclockwise, you see that 12 and 1 makes 13, 11 and 2 makes 13, 10 and 3 makes 13, and so on. With the symbology of the middle mountain, like we've seen within the Flower Power video, the number 13 refers to the Christ consciousness, needed to climb or ascend between two pillars from one dimension into another, using the Snake River.
Stay on the path.
The Galaxy Leader, or should we say the energy entity behind the number 13, also referring to Hades or Anubis, that holds the ferry to cross a water to take souls into the underworld, enabling the way to divide the waters within a Red Sea, sharing a clear message to the walking dead: stay on the path.
Go.
Lord of Man, Old Irish Manannan, also known as Manannan MacLear, Son of the Sea, is a warrior and king of the Otherworld in Irish and Celtic mythology, who is associated with the sea and often interpreted as a sea god. In historical Indo-European religion, the concept of an other world, also known as the other side, is reconstructed in comparative mythology. Its name is a calque of Orbis Alius, Latin for other world, the other side, a term used by Lucan in his description of the Celtic Otherworld. Many Indo-European mythologies show evidence for a belief in some form of otherworld. In many cases, such as Persian, Greek, Germanic, Celtic, Slavic and Indic mythologies, a river had to be crossed to allow entrance to it, and it is usually an old man that would transport the soul across the water. A reference to Anubis, a journey to the underworld, aka the otherworld. Other Old Irish names for the otherworld include Dir Daringir, land of the promised land, Dir Fotuen, land under the wave, Mac Mel, plain of delight, the delightful plain, Il del Tach, the multicolored place, the rainbow, and Imen Aplach, the Issel, the island of apple trees. With the symbology of the ship and the mountain, this colored pathway of black and white seems to unite two worlds within a black hole, a wormhole, and its unification sealed by the phoenix. The entering of the Galaxy Leader could be the start of entering the other world, a place reachable when to cross a bridge, or a river in a ferry, done through a massive shift in consciousness, vibration and frequency, to be released in coming years. Like we see here on the website of the Dutch government, highlighting the start of the next upgrade of the high frequency microwave network, the creation of SpaceX, titled Creating a Bond. And yeah, a bond through this colored mountain pass, the Rainbow Bridge, which installation in the Netherlands will start in 2024.
A new day brings a new burden. The key is only the beginning. Wherever it leads, whatever it takes to get there, you'll have to do it on your own.
The creation of the key, a journey that started within previous work, is leading to the color black, the key, the black body radiation field. And how would this key fit into the Trinity flower? Guys, stay tuned as we will continue this journey of walking over water. I thank you for watching. Keep yourself connected to the earth. Much love. Radiation matters.
Should you fail in your mission, the entity wins. Gabriel wins, and the world will pay the ultimate price. Should any members of your team be caught or killed, their sacrifice will have been in vain. So hurry. There isn't much time. The world doesn't know it, but they're counting on you.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born.